discuss the work of group number 4 and group number 3. So last week kasi, di ba, we discussed last week groups 1 and 2. And we are supposed to discuss last week as well group 6, kaya lang walang sumasagot sa kanila last week sa group 6. So wala namang submitted yung group 5. So we can't discuss, no? So we're going to discuss ngayon yung activities chapter 1 ng groups 4 and 3. So firstly, this is group number 3. This is group number 4. The work of Kolkol, Kilap, and Panganiban. So once again guys, lahat ng mga groups dito, kahit I am discussing group number 4, yung errors na dito might also be your own error. So pakinggan nyo, baka meron din kayong mali na related dito sa aking dinidiscuss for group number 4. Okay, so the header is correct. Then that is 14 ang font size. So that is correct. Destination, image, travel, motivation, and perceived credibility, their impact on tourist decision making. So naka-inverted pyramid, that is correct. Research and Tourism Management, and October 2026. So correct so far yung kanilang Ang comment ko lang dito yung sa kanilang border. Parang heavy yung inyong border, parang bold. Yung aking sample hindi naman ganito, di ba? So para lahat kayo pare-parehas ng borders, sundin yung border ko na naka-roll out as assignment sa ating MS team. And chapter 1, the problem and its background. So ang kulang dito, wala kayong opening paragraph. Wala kayong short opening paragraph. Ang opening paragraph should be short one, discussing the content of group 1 of chapter 1. For example, this chapter discusses the problem, the introduction, the theoretical framework, the background of the study, the conceptual framework. So anong laman ng chapter 1 pagkakasunod-sunod? Yun ang nilagay nyo dito sa opening paragraph. So di ko natatapusin to, idugtong nyo lang dito yung mga content ng chapter 1 hanggang sa definition of terminology. So lahat ng chapters, no? Bawat start ng chapters, meron ko yung short opening paragraph. Palaging ganito. This chapter discusses. Chapter 2, ganun din. This chapter discusses. Chapter 3, ganun din. This chapter discusses. So, uniform tayo. Kung anong laman ng chapter na yon, yun nakalagay sa opening paragraph. Before you start, the introduction heading. Okay, then the intro should be macro to micro. So this paragraph should be global perspective, macro perspective. And the last paragraph of the introduction should be local perspective, or sa Quezon City perspective na yan. Kung saan yung lugar yung i-survey. Yun ang laman ng the introduction. So this part should be micro perspective or local perspective sa Pilipinas, or anong lugar sa Pilipinas, Makati City or Quezon City. Yan ang local perspective ng laman ng inyong introduction. And sa inyong background of the study. Okay, so sa last part ng inyong background of the study, you should include in the BOS, last paragraph, the output or result of the study. Yun nakalagay dito. So since wala pa kayong output or result, so isisingit ko dito later on yung output or result of the study. That is the content of the last paragraph of the BOS. So ilalagay nyo dito, red font ko na lang para hindi makalimutan. But don't forget to remove the red font, ha. Reminder ko lang to, output or result. Pag mayroon ng output or result of the study. And let's go to your theoretical framework. Okay? So, the current research is based on theory of planned behavior, TPB, theory of planned behavior. Important sa TF, you should be able to connect the theoretical framework doon sa inyong mga study. So, wag kayong gamit ng theoretical nang wala namang connection sa inyong study. Example, itong theory of planned behavior, TPB, ito ba'y connected sa inyong research? Yan ang tatanong ng panelist, no? What is the connection of your TPB sa inyong manuscript or research? And dapat meron kayong framework talaga. So, tingnan natin. So, yung figure number should be above the figure. Then second line, the title of the figure, the theory of planned behavior, the TPB. Yan nakalagay. Hindi sa ilalim, na nasa taas yan nakalagay. Okay? Then yung ilalim, yan yung mga references ninyo. Pag meron kayong references, yun ang ilagay nyo dito. The sources, no? The sources of your study, ilagay nyo dito yun. Okay? Kung sino yung author or books na pinaglagyan. And meron kayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 diagram, 6 ovals, no? And important, ito'y dapat ay talagang written. Hindi ito downloaded, ha? Although you refer to online sources, pero ito'y gagawin nyo ulit ito. Baka ito, i-copy-paste lang sa social media, tapos nilagay nyo dito. So, plagiarism yon. Dapat, i-redrawing nyo, regenerate, no? Yung figure na to. And all figures should be discussed sa inyong TF sa ilalim. Example, the first one is attitude. Discuss dito yung attitude. Wala yan. Discuss here the attitude. Okay? Then the second. So, di ba meron silang 6 na 6 na figures sa taas. Dapat 6 ang discussion dito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. O bakit 5 lang to? Eh, di ba parang 6 yun? Di ba 6 yan? 1, 6 figures yan eh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lang pala. Sorry. 5 lang pala. So, behavior yung pinaka-last. So, discuss. You should be able to connect, ha? You should defend anong connection ng theoretical framework sa inyong study. And the next one, you're going to write the CF, the conceptual framework ng inyong study. Ayan. So, meron kang opening. Sa inyong TF, dapat meron din kayong opening paragraph. Okay, yes, may opening paragraph. So, the same thing sa inyong CF. Meron din kayong opening paragraph. Okay, itong figure 2 should be written above. Sa taas nakalagay yung figure number 2. At ganun ang inyong pag nagsusulat dapat sa loob ng border, ha. Dito pag nagsulat sa labas ng border, oh. Okay, so the paradigm of the study. So that is figure 2. Second line. Dapat italicize yung title ng paradigm of the study. The input, process, output. Okay, now the output. Ito po talaga yung laman ng output. So once again, ang diagram should be regenerated or redrawing. Hindi to downloaded. O tingnan yung output. Your output of the study should also be your last objective of the study. Ito ba ang last objective ninyo? Assessment? Hindi to output eh. Unang basa pala, hindi sa output eh. Assessment. So pagkatapos ng assessment, anong mangyayari? Dapat merong output. Hindi sa output eh. So let's go mamaya sa inyong last objective. That should be the output of your study, yung last objective. Okay, now, sa inyong objective, pwede kayong maglagay ng ano, sa ano pala sa CF pa lang. You discuss bawat box. You discuss the input, process, output. Okay, naka-discuss input box, anong laman ng input box, the process box, anong laman, then the third box, the output. Pero wala kayong, at meron kayong feedback box from the output going back to the input, at meron kayong feedback box dito sa ilalim. As per sample ko, kalimutan. Okay? Then let's go. So every box were discussed. Okay? So sinigil dito yung statement of the problem. Sa lahat ng grupo, guys, no? Pag wala pa kayong SOP or statement of the problem, napakadaling gawin. Yung inyong objective should be your SOP. So ibig sabihin, your objective number 1 should be your SOP number 1. Right? So, ang inyong objective number 1 to determine the demographic profile. So just convert this into a question. Magiging, what are the demographic profile of the respondents? Okay, in terms of the following. So if you have 8 objectives, meron ka ring 8 na SOP. Okay? Tapos, ang kulang dito, ang indicators nyo, di ba sabi ng indicator should be 8 to 9. Ayan, hindi naman nakikinig. 8 to 9 dapat ang choices. 8 to 9 dapat ang choices. 8 to 9 dapat ang choices. O, tiglima lang ginawa nyo. And this is correct. Ang ating Likert scale lahat, no? Lahat ng grupo. The Likert scale should only be 4 point. Ang ating Likert scale. Ganito, 4 lang ang choices. Likert. Tanggalin na natin neutral na choices. Pag neutral kasi, playing safe, pinipili neutral. Mga sa gitna lang sila. So, tanggalin natin neutral para 4 lang. No? At lahat ng grupo, again, meron kayo dapat mga Likert na question. Okay? And ito dapat. Ito, ganito tama to. Oh. Itang indicator. Bakit yung sa iba, indicator nyo, ano lang, kulang dito. 9 din pala. Sorry, 9 din pala, no? Sorry. 9 din pala indicators. Yung indicators kaninang kulang. Tama pala. Tama. Gender status. Ito, bakit kasi naging ano to? Correct to, ha? That is 1.1. 2.1, 2. May karugtong pala dito. So, tama. 9 ang mga indicators. Tama. 9 indicators. 9 indicators. 9 indicators. 9. Okay. Pagdating dito, so this is correct. That is correct. Number 7 is qualitative question. Tapos, ang number 8 should be your objective. Number 8 or the last objective should be your output. Ang output, ayan, no? Strategies propose, inyong output is propose strategies. O, tandaan nyo, group 4, ang inyong output ay propose strategies. Ito. Okay? Yan ang inyong output. So, ito ang ilalagay din sa inyong output box. Propose strategies for enhancing. Ayan, output is propose strategies for enhancing. Yan ang ilalagay sa output box. Huwag kalimutan, hindi ito. Propose strategies ang inyong output. Kapag nagtanong yung panelist, propose strategies. Propose strategies for enhancing destination, image, travel motivation, and credibility. Yan ang inyong output. So you have 8 objectives and 8 SOP. So pag convert mo to into question, convert mo yan sa SOP. Isang SOP, Kasi nasa labas. What are the proposed? Yan. Number 8 Number 8 na to. What are the proposed strategies for enhancing? So, convert lang natin into question para maging SOP. Okay, jive yung SOP, tapos yung inyong objective. So, let's go to your scope and limitation. So, dapat kasama dito ang population ng inyong study. Pag sila yung population, saan lugar kayo pupunta? That is the scope. Sinong kasama sa mga respondents? At important yung period covered. So, this is correct one. First semester of the school year 2026-2027 in Quezon City. So, tama yung inyong date covered. Ito the population of the study. Sino? Dapat ako mention tourists who use online travel information. So, anong lugar? Anong lugar ba to sa scope? Specific, saan sa Quezon City? Buong Quezon City ba? So, dapat naka-specify. Okay, so significance of the study, government agencies kasama, tourism, business, local communities kasama, tourism students, researchers, at yung future researchers ay kasama. Ayan. Sila yung mga makikinabang sa inyong study or the significance of the study ay kasama dyan. Okay? Then, the definition of terminology. So, basically, lahat ng words sa inyong title should be included sa inyong DOT. For example, your title is destination image. So, dapat kasama yung destination image, travel, and motivation. Tingnan natin destination image and travel motivation dapat kasama sa DOT. O, tingnan natin sa kanilang DOT. Destination image. Okay, this should be dapat alphabetical order. Okay, walang destination image, nandyan. Okay, tapos travel motivation. Okay, alphabetical arrange, dapat nandyan din. Travel motivation, ayan, nandyan. So, tama, no? Tama yung kanilang ginawa. Now, guys, ang inyong DOT o definition, madadagdagan pa to May mga words pa kayong gagamitin sa mga succeeding chapters. Idadagdag nyo dito sa inyong DOT or definition of terminology. Okay, so yan ang that is for group number 4. And I'm going to save this one and I will send sa group 4 itong annotated or discussed na version. Okay, then let's go to group number 3. So, dalawa lang i-discuss ko ngayon. Yung group 5, wala namang gawa. Yung sa group 6, wala naman sila last meeting. Yun ang schedule nila, last meeting. Okay, I am opening the work of group number 3. Okay, and I'm going to present this one, group 3. Okay, for group 3. Okay guys, this is the work of group number 3. Okay, that is correct. Inverted pyramid. And date October 26, that is correct. October 2026. That is the year of the date of your defense. And chapter 1. Ayan. So, ganun din gawin nyo group number 3. You should have opening paragraph. This chapter discusses the introduction, the background, the study, the theoretical framework, the conceptual framework, the scope, the objectives, the SOP, the significance of the study, and the definition of terminology. Lahat ng chapter, dapat you start with this opening paragraph. And the introduction should be macro to micro, that is global perspective to local perspective. So this first paragraph should be discussing global, the global perspective about your topic. Okay, and you go downward, you go to the last paragraph. The last paragraph of the intro should be local perspective or Philippine setting na yan, no? Philippine perspective pag sa last paragraph ng inyong introduction, or specifically, it can be Quezon City or Makati City. Basta dagdag dito, no? This one is local perspective. Now, the background of the study, the last paragraph of your BOS, of your background of the study should be talking about the output or result of the study. But since wala pa kayong output or result, so later on, huwag kalimutan dito, the last paragraph of BOS is the output or the result. So, huwag kalimutang tanggalin to, no? Reminders ko lang to, ha? Sisingitan nyo to ng output or result of your study. Pagkatapos na yung survey. And we have here the theoretical framework, Herzberg's two-factor theory. Yan ang title ng inyong theoretical framework. That is the title of your figure. So your figure 1, ayan. So anong title ng figure? The Herzberg two-factor theory. Yan ang title, di ba? Okay, that is in the second paragraph. So lahat ng figure number and figure title should be above, sa taas ng figure. Right? Then dapat naka-italicize yan. Okay, so anong figure ba to? Figure number 3. Kasi sa lahat guys, ang figure 1 is the theoretical framework. So this is 1. Figure 2 is your conceptual framework. So lahat kayo pare-parehas, no? So be sure guys na ito ay hindi to downloaded, ha. Sariling gawa nito. The hygiene factors theory. Okay? And you discuss below. You write below the figure, the citation, sources, saan nanggaling. In every box of your TF, you have 5 boxes, so every box should be discussed. So lagyan nyo dito, discuss every box of your TF. Reminder ko lang to, tanggalin nyo to, ha. Basta sa portion na to, you will discuss all the boxes in your TF. Kasi wala kayong discussion, no? Wala kayong discussion. Kaya pala napakikli ng inyong page. 16 pages lang kayo. Then after the TF or the theoretical framework, we discuss the conceptual framework. So lagyan ng type, that is figure number 2. That's figure 2. Okay, sa ilalim, the conceptual. So naka-italic yan, no? Yung inyong conceptual framework, hindi siya naka-bold, naka-italic. So figure 2, the input process. Okay, so meron din kayong lahat, no? Meron kayo dapat feedback box from the output box pabalik sa input. Dapat merong feedback. As the same with my example, no? Example ko, may nakalagay, di ba? Feedback box from the output going back to the input. And the output, hindi ganitong output. Ang output ninyo, kung ano yung pinaka-result ng inyong study. Kasi assessment, mag-assess kayo, di ba? Pagkatapos ng assessment, anong mangyayari? Anong pinaka-gusto mangyari? Yun ang output. So, sa objective ninyo, kung ano nakalagay sa last objective of the objective 8 or objective 7, that will be your output. O mamaya tingnan natin kung anong laman ng inyong output. Okay? So hindi ganito kasi ang output nyo tatlo. Ang output isa lang. Tulad sa group number 4 kanina, ang kanilang output ay propose enhancement strategy. Yun ang kanilang output. So sa inyo, ganun din. Okay? So tingnan natin mamaya sa inyong objective. So the flow of this study is shown in the output process. Tingnan natin output nyo, no? Ang objective nyo. Okay, mamaya tingnan natin. You discuss the conceptual framework, you discuss the input box, you discuss the process box, you discuss the output box. Tingnan natin. Pwede ba kayong discussion for the input box? Wala, Saan dito? So, one paragraph for the input box, one paragraph for the process box, one paragraph for the output box. Para madali siyang tingnan. Okay? So, SOP. So, ginawa na natin yung inyong objective. Anyong objective number 1 should be your SOP number 1. So, objective is to present the demographic profile. So, inyong SOP number 1 is what is the demographic profile of the respondent in terms of the following. So, meron kang opening paragraph. Okay? Sa inyong objectives, dapat meron ka ring opening paragraph. Right? So, objective. Opening paragraph. Okay? So, pag meron kang 8 objectives, meron ka ring 8 na SOP. Patingnan natin. Ito, ang iyong indicators, 5 lang. Dapat ay 8 to 9 ang choices o indicators. Kulang to, ha? 8 to 9 ang choices. Hindi nakikinig. Dapat 8 to 9. Nasabi ko sa sample. 8 to 9. Group number 3, makinig. 8 to 9 ang inyong choices. 8 to 9 ang choices. Kulang to, 5 lang. Okay? O dito, parang hindi nyo binabasa mga sample ko, ha? Bakit di lang lahat to? Okay, then ang inyong Likert to analyze how these factors affect employees' performance. So ito yung qualitative question. And your last objective is to propose recommendation. So ito ang inyong output. Propose recommendation to improve employee morale. Ito guys ang inyong pinaka-output. Propose recommendations to improve. Yan. So itong ilalagay sa inyong output box. So palitan mo to, buburahin mo yan. Masyadong maraming inyong output. Output ito lang. Propose recommendation to improve employee morale, work-life balance, and communication. Yan ang output. Okay? So pag nagtanong yung panelists, anong result ng inyong study, anong gusto mangyari sa study nyo, ito ang sagot. You're going to propose recommendations to improve employee morale. Alright? So yan ang inyong SOP. So inyong SOP, ganun din. Ang inyong last objective should be your last SOP. Objectives. So dagdagan yung mga choices, mga indicators, ha. Okay, that is the last objective. Then let's go to your scope and limitation. So anong lugar sa Quezon City? Buong Quezon City ba? You can be more specific kung anong lugar sa Quezon City. Right? And the period covered. So first semester of 2026 and 2027? What is the population of your study? Meron ba dito? Kung ilan ang population, for example. Din 150 respondents minimum. Pwedeng 200 ang pwedeng lumampas, no? Lahat ng grupo ha, hindi eksaktong 150, magpapasobra kayo kasi minsan may hindi magbabalik ng questionnaires. Dapat meron kayong allowance sa inyong mga respondents. Okay? And sa inyong mga significance of the study, who will benefit from your study. So managers, business owners, employees, the researchers, future researchers. Ang comment dito, napakakonti ng inyong significance. So dagdagan nyo, no? 4 lang to, researchers, future researchers, employees, managers, and business owners. Yan. So dagdagan nyo ang mga significance of the study niyo, no? Kulang pa yan eh. Okay? Pwedeng dito mga hotel owners, meron ba dyan? Students of tourism, the government, di ba? The Department of Tourism. Pwede yan. Right? And sa inyong definition terminology, so at least sa mga words sa inyong title should be included here. So, punta natin yung title. Okay, dapat kasama sa DOT ang employee moral, work-life balance, communication. Employee moral at itong recreation and entertainment facilities, no? Dapat kasama yan. So, tingnan natin, employee moral, work-life balance, dapat kasama sa kanilang DOT. Balikan natin kanilang DOT. Okay, employee moral. Okay, nandiyan employee moral, work-life balance, communication effectiveness, recreation and entertainment facilities, no, kasama. Okay. Now guys, itong inyong DOT, once again, lahat ng grupo, madadagdagan to ha. May mga words pa kayong pwedeng idagdag sa inyong mga DOT habang sinusulat nyo ang mga chapter. Pag nag-sulat kayo ng chapter 2, may mga words kayo magagamit doon na pwede nyo isama dito sa inyong definition of terminology. Pag sulat ng chapter 3, may mga words ulit doon, no, na pwedeng isama sa inyong terminology. Chapter 4, chapter 5, ako madadagdagan to, no? Ang DOT mga abot ng mga 3 pages ng inyong total manuscript. So dadagdagan nyo 'yon. Okay, so take note of the rest of the correction, and I'm going to save this one, group number 3. I'm going to save this one and I'm going to send to you itong revised copy. So don't forget to retrieve the revised copy. And with that one, I'm going to end the discussion for groups number 4 and group number 3. Bye everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.